Your wife, Apoorva, I think is how she pronounces it. She said your two best qualities were your joy and optimism.
Is that what she said? That's nice of her.
What do you think of that? Is that true?
Yeah, I think I'm naturally a very optimistic person. It's funny she says that because she's the person who experiences my crankiness the most at times, but there's a joy and optimism in there. On certain days, it's buried more deeply than others,
When was the moment you knew she was the one for you?
We were hiking a mountain it was Flattop Mountain in Colorado. We were in Rocky Mountain National Park. And she was the one who was beating me all the way up the hiking trail. She had actually done Kilimanjaro not long before that, but we were going pretty hardcore to the top. I had been there to the top before, and I wanted to show it to her. And it was just the final maybe 300 feet, 200 feet to the top. But there was a massive snowstorm that set in. And she's somebody who's made it to the tops of these mountains before. I said I was going to go and wanted to make sure we saw that through. And she grabbed my hand and said, we're going to come back and do this sometime in the future, but we're going to have a long future together. And we turned around and we made it all the way back down that mountain.
And you knew.
And here we are, yeah.
How did you propose?
I proposed, it was actually, the real story. I mean, the cake was baked long before I proposed. I think that we wanted to get to a place where both of our families were all there. We knew what the destination was going to be. And I haven't told the story before, but she sort of said, all right, like at this point, I don't really care about the ring or anything else. If you don't get on this, you might find me proposing to you, and let's just get this over with. So I got so I was, put the perfect ring plans to one side, and we got a little ring pop, and we did it in the streets of New York City.
You got a what?
A ring pop.
What's that?
It's like a little lollipop as a ring. It's like a big ruby.
You gave your wife a lollipop ring?
She was thrilled with it.
You're a billionaire, man. What were you thinking?
Yeah, I wasn't at the time. Was working my way up. but we got her.
Did you at least go on
her red ruby ring to follow? Though.
Did you go on bended knee?
I did. Oh yeah. We went through the whole thing.
You went on bended knee?
Oh yeah, we did.
With your lollipop ring?
With the lollipop ring, yeah. It was in a nice case though. It was a very nice case.
And what is the secret to married life?
Ooh. I think we practice, actually, is a good way to look at it. I think that if you look at every iteration as a round of practice, then that presumes that you're on the same page about the destination. You're just iterating and practicing to get to the version of perfection. And so it's never perfect, but it's about the pursuit of perfection.
And romance? Are you a romantic guy?
I maybe on a good day, yeah.
What's the most romantic thing you've ever done?
I don't know what I can't profess on my own self-romantic thing. I don't know. I feel like a little bit. I'm not a guy who's going to pat. I could think of some examples right now, but I'm not. It's not the kind of thing that I want.
Give me a little bone.
I think
romantic bone.
I think that it was. Maybe one of our, I don't know how Apoorva felt about it, but our Valentine's Day gift, she's a tough one to please because she's not really into, stuff. She's not she has stuff, she's not particularly into stuff. But I thought about what I could do that was better than her, which are few and far between, but I gave her a tennis lesson. And we actually went through it, and she's a naturally athletic person, but we picked something up that we were then able to do together for a while.
Really?
Yeah. So, it's a small thing. I don't know.
No, but actually...
There's no big ceremony around it.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
And she loves it.
She seemed to like it, yeah.
Who wins?
I mean, it's the sport I've played since growing up. She's a better volleyball player. That's what she played.
So you basically got her to play something you knew you could beat her at.
I had to pick something, had to find something.
I mean,
she usually has me beat out.
Is that basically your character in a nutshell?
It's interesting. I'd have to do some Freudian introspection for that one. That might have been the toughest gotcha of the whole interview. The whole thing was leading to that.
Vivek, it's good to see you.
It's good seeing you, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, man.